Linda here. I am making Easter cards. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and let you watch. So first I'm stamping this cute little bunny on there. Then I'm going to take this mask and cover him up like that. You stay there. Then I'm going to take some tulips. And I'm using this stamp set from Raisin Boat, so I'm not even sure they still make it. But okay, so here's my tulips, and I want those to be like right here. So lay them down, and I want it to look like the bunny's sitting in the tulip, so that's why it's masked. It is so beautiful here today. It's 73 degrees. It's going to snow on Wednesday and be 35, but today it's 73, so I'm pretty excited. I went for a really long walk. Well, not a really long walk. I walked to the pharmacy and the grocery store, and it was like a mile, so I guess it's not really that big of a walk compared to what a lot of people do. And then I want this one on this side. And Rudy's out on the porch, and Sophie's at the window here, kind of like scolding him. It's okay if I do this because it's in the corner, but the bunny has to come back here. So this is just like a Post-it note. I don't know if I said that. That I put repositionable tape on the back of it. It's kind of wearing off here, so I better put a little bit more on. There. Now I'm just going to cover him up again. Got my tulips over here. Put a little ink on them. Put it like this. And then, oh, that could be darker. And then it looks like the little bunny sitting in the tulips. Okay, so first time I did this, well, this is the one finished card that I have. I didn't like the way the Happy Easter looked, so I cut it out, and I really thought he turned out cuter that way. And then, well, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to color them, and I'm going to use Copic markers. And I think I'll make this bunny blue because that one's pink. So I'm using BG. I want to make sure it's, yeah, it's a good color. And I will fast forward this way while I color. But I do want to ask, I was told that my last video, the sound went down, and I'm not sure, you know, I use Apple. I have an Apple phone and an Apple computer, and I use my Apple Movie Maker to make the movies. So I'm not sure. I know how to turn, you know, to pull up to make the volume louder, but it's always, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of guessing going on. On making the movie. I know some people have like these really fancy setups, and I used to make my videos with my 35mm camera, but it's so heavy, and when you get done making the video, you have to take the chip out and use a chip reader. And that's a lot of fussing. You know, that doesn't bother me. It just, I don't know, it was like the lighting was real weird. And it seemed like the lighting was okay on this, so I don't know. I'm just glad I know how to edit, because a lot of this chit chat I usually take out. Hi, Sophie. You're making it hard. There we go. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're making it hard to color. There we go. Oh, will you please go sit down? Huh? Will you please go sit down? No, you're gonna just stay right there. I like to go over everything with a lighter color and kind of blend out the lines that I made. And this one is almost a completely different color, even though it's a BG. But that's okay, I like what it's doing. All right, so I'm gonna color one of the tulips with this color. That's kind of almost a purple, isn't it? I hope people can see, Sophie, because you're really in the way. Oh, now they can really see good. Yeah. She's such a helper. See, I went out of the line a little bit there, so I need my colorless blender. Wherever that is, I just had it out here. Oh, here it is. This is the part I love about these markers, is this colorless blender. It kind of lifts the color out. And it's taking it out the bunny too, though. There. Fixed. Fixed good enough. I'll put a little tulip behind here. A pink tulip. Okay, I see a little blue that I missed. Nope, it wasn't that one. Whoops. Okay. Then I need to cut this out like that. See, I cut off half my coloring, but that's okay. And then I want to cut out a background for him out of this pink with this dye, which I have no idea what the name of it is. Then what I did with this is I left this in here. If I can get it back in there. So I left that in there like that, and then I took my new little brushes and inked it up, and then I just went in and made those, I don't know, beads, I guess is what it, I think it's called beads. Beaded oval. Make them a little darker. That's what I did anyway. Could be a little darker over here on this one side. There, that's a nice subtle color. And then he goes on here, but on the other one, I did do this. I did a little bit of pink. So I have to clean this brush off anyway, so I might as well do it like this, right? There's just a little bit coming out of there. So now it's not so stark white. Oh, he's so cute. Put him on there. And then I need a card base. So let's see what do I have here. Maybe I'll put him on a blue one. So yeah, that'll match. And then I had this really cute paper. I went through my baby paper and I found this cute paper, and the reason I used it was because the woman that asked me to make her card had made a quilt for the baby, so I thought this would work good. It's really pretty. So I want this to be, it's usually 5 1/2, so 5 1/4. And then because this has got stitching, even though those are off a little bit, I thought it'd be good to add the stitching. So I did that. There we go. And then I need to put him on here. Neighbor upstairs is vacuuming. She makes me feel guilty because I do not vacuum near as much as she does. Well, because it scares Sophie. We can't be scaring you, can we, Sophie? Now she's sound asleep. Oh, boy. She got a snuggle, cleaned herself. Now she's taking a nap. And Rudy's napping somewhere else. Okay, so he goes on here like that. Then I have Hippity Hop Happy Easter and some little pieces of pink paper here. I want to chop off that end. Here it is. Let's see. I used the 1/4 inch. I wonder if I just wanted to round off that one end, and then after I stamp it, I'll make this into a little flag. So I'm using picked raspberry now, because that's a little darker and will show up. Hope I'm in frame here. I gotta pull this right under my nose because kind of small. Okay, so got the hippity hop here. I'm gonna cut a little flag like this. Oops, didn't come out. There you go. Then I want to put a little ink on the edge of that. Tape on there. Put the little flag like that. And then on the inside, I made these little pieces to go on the inside. And the way I did this basket is I stamped the basket. Then I put this over top of it and stamped the eggs. And that's how I got the eggs to look like they're in there. And I just want to give those a little coloring. I'll do a pink Oh, this is purple. What color is this? Violet, lilac. V12. And favorite one. And then these masks I just keep with the stamp set and use them over and over and over again. I think I want a yellow one. And then, now this is Stampin' Up's Rich Razzleberry. So if I use a Copic marker, which I'm going to do, it'll bleed a little bit, but that's okay with me because I kind of like that look. So I'm just going to color this lightly. This is E30, which is bisque. Yeah. Just to give it a little bit of color. See how it bled a little bit there? And kind of like that. It's kind of like a shadow. Gives it kind of a depth. All right, so then I'm just going to put that inside the card, and I will call that my video for today. Seeing the Copic markers, this insides the cards I usually just use Recollection Recollection 60-pound weight, because the rest of the card, all the paper's pretty thick. There you go. Yep. And there you have it, another Easter card. So I have 2 of them ready to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope my volume was good on this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.